Hey gang, how's it going? That cut off abruptly. Flipping it. I need a new intro. Oh, and I need to click on here. There you go. It'll appear. Watch it appear. Watch the magic happen. Hey, magic. Good evening. Hello. How are we all doing? Hope everybody's lively and cheerful. I'm going to try and get a microphone into a place that I like it, and then that's where it can sit. Oh yeah. Good. Oh yeah. I've got to do a new intro, haven't I? This placeholder that I'm using at the moment, it's just not. It's not there. As the young people would say, it's not giving. And I mean, what's a girl to do? Frankly, get a better intro. Right. What's the plan? Well, I don't really have one. Yeah. Oh, I see the quiltless has become the quilt this evening. Clearly it was warm. How was New York? Cold, very cold in New York. I got back from New York and it was very wet. It was like extremes of weather on both sides of the Atlantic. And apparently there's some science behind why that particular week was both very cold stateside, or East Coast stateside, and very wet over here on the island. It does lack Riz, Eutectic. You're not wrong. Yeah, it's a Rizless intro. I need to do a new one. Obviously, I'll keep the same kind of theme, but something that slaps. Oh, both are here today. You have the quilt and the quiltless. I would make guesses as to which of you was which. Yeah, but that would be a ruthless gender stereotype, so I'm not going to. Right, yeah, no, good. Yeah, New York was great. It was fine. It was good. Good event. Very good event. Some of the commentary coming back out of it from the people we invited is not 100% accurate. Just in terms of misunderstandings of how some functionality works. There's going to be nothing here that you particularly need to know if you are a fan of that game. And we'll obviously work to make sure that the correct information is out. But I mean, to be fair to the delightful tubists who came along, they got a limited amount of time to play it. They had up to 6 hours, maybe 8 hours to get stuck into the game over the course of the day, and then they take 2 hours out to go on a helicopter trip. Yeah, which was fine. And how they spent that time was playing the game was entirely up to them. We were there all day, available to answer questions, and we answered every question that was thrust at us. Me and Squirrel had a good. We had 45 minutes booked in for a chat. And we could have just kept going like two old farts, which was delightful, which was very good. All about the game, all about the game. Looking forward to our spanking skylines. That's not for me to say. That'll be judged and decided by them's what played it. I did show Squirrel the traffic light system because it's my current. I shouldn't talk about it too much, other than to say that the new intersection tool and traffic light system, I love it so much. It's all I do. I just do that all the time now. It is so satisfying to use. Goodness, mate, gracious me. Lone Rolf has been a member for 54 long months. Hello, Jeff. Look who had all the fun in New York City and didn't invite a fire brigade. Well, I would have done next time. I spent most of the day that I was flying out in the city library, which was very nice. Obviously got the mandatory Ghostbusters shot, and then just hung out there. It was rather marvellous. I did wander. Sorry, it's got a little bit of a scrungy eye. This is normal. But there you go. So there we go. That's work out of the way. Let's do some violence. Yeah, there we go. Let's do some. No, Jeff didn't come with me to New York. No, I got flown out on a proper business class fancy pants flight. Could I sleep on the plane? Could I bobbins? I still can't sleep on planes. I find it to be utterly distressing. And I mean that's a me problem clearly, but you know, it doesn't make life any better. Right, I'm just gonna free up a little bit of weight. We are packing quite a lot of weight at the moment, and that'll be good. I've got 500,000 groats. What airline? JetBlue, interestingly enough. But business class on JetBlue, pretty good. In fact, very good. Very. I've got no issues at all with the JetBlue service that I had in the business class. But you know, it's got a button that will make your bed go flat. Well, your seat go flat, but you just can't. I can't get comfortable. I just can't. And instead, I just lie there seething. So far better is to. I mean, it's only just take drugs. No, I can't. I've got to be able to drive out the other end. Got off the plane, flew through immigration, just went boom, straight through, and then straight in the car in absolutely torrential rain. I'm going like, well, I was on a red-eye flight, but I feel like I'm, you know, as alert as it gets. So let's see what happens. Andrew McCall has been a member for 24 long months. Hello, Andrew. Johnny Drizzle has become a member of the Fail Brigade, and not, I believe, for the first time. But whoop whoop and welcome along anyway. Kevin has been a member for 48 long months and has pressed the button for this year. Well, jolly good show. Jolly good show. Right, we're in the south. Let's go and find some trouble, shall we? Oh, hello. What's going on here? Oh, well, I don't care. Show me the good one. You can earn 200 quid and be cruel. I'm not interested in being cruel. Increase morale. Yep, there we are. Yeah. I'm not reading that rubbish. If you're going to tell me what it's going to do, then why would I do anything that wasn't just going to give me the effect? And I'm not so desperate for cash that I'm going to do something unpleasant for 200 quid. People have got no idea. No, none at all. Right, let's go this way. My intention today had been to just knock around this neck of the woods for a little bit. There's some desert banditos. Well, they won't outrun me. If they want to bring some homies along, then, you know, maybe we could make this a multiplayer adventure. Oh, we're going to do it in the dark. Okay, well, so be it. Oh, no. I guess they didn't want to fight. All right, get in the bag. Well done. Yeah, good work, team. We are suitably intimidating. Right. Well, there were some more. Maybe they want to play. Oi. Do you want to be my friend? Maybe not. Maybe no. They've legged it. Oh no! They came back from their siege, and we will now dispatch them and feed them into Shai Halud's gaping maw. Yeah, come here. Oi! No, don't run. Stop it! You're just wasting your precious liquids. Fluids, I think they describe it as. Whatever. Yeah, no, we'll chase them all across the dunes. Dearie me. Yeah. So there you go. So, that's that. I'm going to give up on this. Oh, hang on. Who's this? Starship Troopers has reached the age of 5. Oh, and we've got a fight about ready to happen here. So let's not get distracted. We're on them. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be pooped by the time we catch up with them. Well, yeah. He's making good pace, though. Yeah, but he's made a bum steer there. Yeah, you fool. Yeah. That's more like it. Have a bit of a fight. Good. Right, everybody is set up. Ready that thing up. I've got an impressive looking set of lads at the moment. Not a very big club that we're currently packing, but it is a club nonetheless. Right, surprise package over there, please. Okay, I don't know what your plan is there, Mush. That's Lucky Steve on the camel. Yeah, just on the war camel there. Hello. Oh, it's catching the she-wolf. Well, which unit are you leading? Are you leading the... Yeah, she's leading the archeries.
Soldiers!
Okay, fine. Oh, hello. Oh, you go have them.
Soldiers!
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, get at them. Yeah, no. Oh, you might as well engage horse archers, both of you. Yeah, I forgot I wasn't fighting looters. I was fighting the desert folk.
Troops, move to her.
You might as well advance, and then you might as well go and have some laughs. That's a lot of cav. It's not a bad amount of cav, except historically my cav all get well and truly murked very quickly because I just run them at stuff. Yeah. Oh, we seem to be doing all right here. Yeah, well, I mean, they're hardly the most sophisticated opponent we're ever going to fight. Yeah, well done, team. Good effort. Any dead? No, not even wounded. Brilliant. Bit of influence, bit of morale. Influence is now minus 90. Well, we could always go for, see if we can finish the show today with better than minus 90. Oh, that's ambitious. Better than minus 90. Steady on. All right. Well, we could go for no. We try and get back to 0 on the influence. How do you get more influence? It's a flipping kingdom thing, and clearly the Sturge are doing something that is making my influence not influential. Right, Starship, how you doing? Well, she's down there. Yeah. She's keen. She's now old enough to play independently of other children on the estate. You're particularly struck by how she is not grossed out by dissecting a bug in science class. Which one's that? She's fascinated by riddles. Yeah, okay. Okay, Starship Troopers spends time by herself as well, frequently wanting to know more. It's got not a lot to do with any of those. Trekking around the nearby hills. There's a bit of that. Oh, I'm fighting mock battles, I suppose. That would probably be good. And she's also very social. Super. Good. Right, there we go. Right, I'm here. Where's the action? We're not at war with this lot yet, but the last time I spent time capering around behind enemy lines, we declared war on them, and that went poorly for me. So I should probably leave. I might dip my head into Hubya, dump some of this gear that I'm knocking around with. Let's ransom off the prisoners because I want the roguery. All right, that got me up to 70 points of roguery. Super. And then through a smidge of trade, let's get rid of all this rubbish. Thank you. That's another grand. We've only got 227 food, which is plenty, but I mean, you know, there's always room in my kitchen for a little bit more. What do you got for me? What have we got already? We've got grain, olives, fish, beer, butter, and grapes. Okay. Well, we only need dates. Yeah, but at 100 quid a pop, and they're only going to last 2 days. Yeah, all right, fair enough. But we could take all this cheese. Yep, okay. We'll take the cheese. Thanks for the cheese. And we haven't got an awful lot of butter, so we'll take the rest of the butter as well. And we'll take the dates, even though I was griping about it. Because it's not like I'm incapable of making an absolute load of flipping food. You've been keeping notes of your favourite Colonel Failure quest. Don't come in here and trim someone else's bonsai. Too right. I mean, you can look at your bonsai tree and go like, oh yeah, that's delightful. And you kind of go, oh, I'm rather looking forward to the peaceful occasion of trimming it for myself. So I know, I stand by that. I absolutely stand by it. Yeah. Oh, I've spotted a hideout. Oh, I've spotted a hideout. We could go and do a hideout. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we haven't done a hideout in a while. All right, hope it goes well. Yeah, sure. Assault the hideout or wait till nightfall? Well, what's the flipping... No, I don't want to sneak in. Let's assault that bad boy. There's me. Yeah, I rock. The Sturge Draginic, he's just not suited to it. Linebreaker hasn't got a shield. Then what I want is Battanian heroes, because Fians, yeah, fellas like that, because they shoot real good. Yeah. All right, no, you lot stay home. I know you're the bad boys of the internet. And again, stop bringing horse riders to what is an on-foot escapade. We'll take the Sturge vet bowman. Right, that takes us up to, for some reason, 13. Well, what am I taking loads of at the moment? 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 13. Oh, okay, right. Well, the last two, in which case I need to be big lads with shields, which I suspect is going to be the Sturge Reavers. Right, we'll take one fewer of them, and I want one more big lad with a shield. That'll do. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's get into it, as they say. Whew. Yeah, no, here we go. All right, gang. Yeah, everybody feeling live. It's a very colourful day. I'm sure it'll be fine. We only just have the numeric advantage over the opposition. Right, let's start putting holes in people. We've got two over there. We've got... Oh, hold on, this clown who spotted me. Shut up. Right, yeah, now back it up a little bit. He's chucking stuff. Alright, yeah, and his mate over there. Alright, and then there's these two. Hold on, someone else. Oh, you're shouting. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I'm flipping special forces, mate. Yeah, he's going, what happened? We could look at the direction that the arrow's pointing and it would probably tell you which way I was standing. Oh, well, there we are. I am that good, although that was that easy. Either of those two truths hold water, frankly. Yeah, anyone else up there? I'll use my binoculars. Well, something's animating. I mean, that could be a dude. That could just be some piece of something. Righto. Oh, no, there's some jokers down here, look. All right, let's, from downtown, this guy. Oh, what a shot. That was lovely. On the move. I thought I was going to wing him, but I ended up totally dethorning him. Right. I don't know what this bloke's trying to... Oh, he's dodged. Oh, yeah, you can't dodge that one, though, can you? No. I'm just going to have a look over here, fellas, all right? Hold the proverbial. I know, this is blocked. There's nothing going on there but the rent. Okay, all right. Onwards, onwards, onwards. Onwards, yeah. Come with me, Pip. No, not charge. Follow me. All right. Obviously, we're giving instructions on silent. You can follow me as well. Is that following? No, it's not. You're standing ahead of me. And that's just likely to cause tears before bedtime. There's no one else over that way. Oh, here we go. Here's some more new friends. Yeah. Don't block me line of sight, fellas. Alright, yeah. Alright. I mean, I will quite happily do all of this myself. Well, there's a few of them. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, this will be the last of them, and then we'll just have the big... Oh, flipping heck. Why are you standing in front of my flaming bow, you dingus? Oh, all right. Cut them to pieces, then. Was that the theme from Rainbow? I can't rule it out, but I don't think it was. Or at least that was not necessarily my intent. Right, 2. Fire at will. Come on, fellas, now's your time to shine. I've shown you how it's done by offing the first 20 or so. You've been brought along on this mission because of your eliteness. There you go, there you go. Now you got him. Cool. Here comes the boss. Alright. Oh, look at him, he's so rough and tough. He is very rough and tough. I need to switch to my big sword. Hey up. No, don't do Jules. Thanks, though. Yeah, get him, lads. Oh, he flipping blocked it, but he didn't block that. No, I well and truly bisected him from his head there. Hey! Alright, good. Glad we got that out of our system. Marvellous. No casualties. Casualties. Right, we gained some influence. Alright, and some morale. And we've got 2 new troops who are both peasants. Excellent. Alright, you lot get in the bag. And then, alright, we're up to minus 84 influence. Now, if I were to just go around and knock out bandit camps, we could end up with positive everything. Positive, all that positive. You know where I'm going. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm doing. Yeah. I mean, if you fancy a bit of positive, that's probably what you'll get. Good. Yeah. Is there a reason I'm running around with 30 vacancies in the party? Yeah, I don't need to fill them. Yeah, I've got no need for a bigger posse at the current time. The only reason it would do any use at all is if I were to be in the main Sturge army fighting the main opposition that we might encounter. And frankly, I have very little faith in the Sturge leadership. So I'm quite happy just running around the desert, having a rare old time while being Sturge associated. I have no particular need to do anything more aggressive or indeed dangerous than that. Yeah. I mean, because you've got to feed them, right? You've got to feed all of those clowns, and then you've got to train them up and pay their wages. And frankly, I don't need to. So no, I'll stick with this light force that I am currently making use of. And that'll do us just fine. Right, what are we short on? We could go some more olives. Have we got any meat? No. Have you got any meat? Yes. I'll take some of your meat then, please. Thank you. Right. Lads like the meat, they do. Date fruit. We're out of dates as well. All right, I'll take that. Yeah. Olives. Pack in some olives. And butter, please. Thank you. There we go. That's a balanced diet for all of the team that I'm sure will keep them merry and sprightly for quite some time. Now, I was thinking of getting in my boat and going for a little bit of boat action, but I think instead we shall go and clear out another castle or two. Would you get influence or anything good by filling up my army space, training them up, and then donating a town or castle defence or setting up caravans? A caravans will make me a bit of money, might make a little bit of influence, but frankly, negligible. But what I have found with caravans over the years is you set them up, they start doing all right, and then they get completely rolled. So you're down 20 grand. You never recoup what you initially stuck in them, which is bitterly disappointing. I don't need to take on those looters. We're going looking for bandit camps, which could be I don't know, it'll be a giggle for the next 10 minutes until I get bored of it. All right, okay, fine. There's some desert bandits. They will have come from somewhere. There. Right, well, let's scrag them, and then let's scrag their house. Yep. Oh, no, get in the bag. Fine. If you don't want to fight, I'm not going to force you. You can go tribesman. You can go, whatever that was, war rider. Yeah, sure. And we'll take all your things. Appreciate you. All right, let's go and get these guys as well, and then we'll come back and do the house. Hey, right. Yeah, train them up and donate them. Well, I'm not going to do that. That's just a waste of money. Once you're part of my army, you're part of my army. Yeah. Hello, clown. You fighting? No, yeah, he's up for it. Good boy. Do these lot sell horses? Yes, they do. This isn't the best horsey point. There are better ones, but yeah, this is a pretty good horsey point. For you, come with me. No, sorry, wrong button. That. I need more horse archers. Right, well, I guess we're going to go out and check in on the Khuzaits then. You move over there. You move over there. Right, and then let's see what happens when they're coming around the mountain when they come. As they surely will. Oh, you've seen some. Have you? What you seen that I'm not, other than these guys over here? Oh, you got one. Nice shot, Nesquik. Good effort. Okay, these lot are about to encounter the full force of my archery. Oh no, that's going on around there. Okay. Yeah. Where did the surprise package move? Not in too surprising a place, as it turns out. Oh, one of mine fell off his horse. Well, that's disappointing for him. And he's only going to be able to claim the bronze medal now. And that's only if he can survive the playoffs. Where are we? Hello, guys. Nice to see you. Why would you do that? Why would you get in my way? And also, you're a horse archer. You're supposed to be horse arching. All right. Yeah, well, there's actually quite a few here. All right, everybody, bundle. They're all flipping well into their rock throwing. Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, that's what you get for attacking my horse. Right, I've sent everybody. And that should be the end of the show. Oh, where are you going? What's your big plan? Only 80. That's disappointing. All right, let's go again. There we go. Yeah, no running away. And once you're committed to a ruckus, then one must see the ruckus through to its natural conclusion. I've always said. Right, we lost one. Someone's dead and someone's wounded. Okay, we've got another peasant. Good. You lot can get in the bag, and we've got some promotions to hand out. Marvellous. You can get on a horse. You can get on a bow. Super. And then this highwayman requires... He could become a Vlandian champion, but I don't have the training facility to make that happen. Well, we've got a Bedouin rover. Roy of the Rovers wants to join my merry band of merriness. And I am more than happy to take them aboard. Right, let's go and burn their camp down. It's no more than they deserve. Although I am a little wounded, perhaps it would be, the discretion would be in wait it out for a minute and get better. That's Maloob the Brewer going on there, just in case we've got any Maloob fans in the house. Yeah. Right. Good. Yeah, we will wait it out. Oh, Nomad Bandit wants to get in the clubhouse. Come on in, friend. You know, you can just stand still and let time pass. No, I'm making everybody run up and down. It's good exercise for them. It keeps them battle ready. If I don't get wounded, we could knock these guys out and then come back and do it. And then I'll be fully fit. See, I'm fully fit now. All right, just don't be subtle about it. Yeah, I have beef. All right, let's go and deal with the beef. Let's see, Blessed is a Maloob fan. Yeah, I can't say I'm surprised. Maloob, you know, big hitter on TikTok. 4, you can move to target. Try not to get killed. There's only 4 of you. 5 of you. Among the numbers of which you have aren't many. You lot, slightly thinner line, please. I think that was the right formation I've stuck them in. Surprise package to the right wing. Good. Seniors has been a member for 15 long months. Has Lucky Steve done anything useful yet? Oh, he's in there. He's getting it done. But if we're going to start looking at Lucky Steve's scores, we can certainly make that happen. Alright, there's the fighting. Oh, hello, you're fighting me, are you? Well, that's going to be a mistake that you'll regret. Oh, he has regretted it already. See, catching the she-wolf just threw something big at someone off the back of Lucky Steve. And someone here was carrying my flag and now has a javelin in his head. And is not carrying the flag. Well, that won't stand. No, I am a banner lord, not a leave the banner lying on the floor lord. Alright. Yeah, no, we're letting them come to us. Charge! Go mop them up, fellas. It would be better if Maloob was a chronicler. Yeah, yeah, but I mean that position's already taken. It would be copyright infringement. Yeah. One could jolly well say that it was passing off, which is not how we go. All right, catching. How did you get on? Didn't do anything. Well, that's not what the scoreboard said at the time. Yeah. Anyway, some more to get in the bag. Oh, and another new recruit. Another Bedouin wants to get into it. We've got minus 70 influence now. Okay, that's definitely what we're doing today. And then when I get bored of doing that, we will go out to see what we see at seaside. And that'll be groovy. All right, more stuff to stick in the box. And then we can go trade that in. Yeah. No, you see, I'm already a very very capable desert bandit. Oh, we got another recruit. Come on in, fellas. I mean, that's the other benefit of not running at max capacity on your troops, is it means that you can do recruiting out of the spares that you pick up along the way. Right then, let's go get them. I wish you would choose the same people as I took last time. I'm just saying. Right, we'll take Sturge vet bows. Yeah. What about the convoy guard? Yeah, I mean, there's only one of him, so he feels like he might be valuable in some fashion. We'll take Mephian. Spearman. It's not really a spearman, kind of an adventure, this one. Norse sky gods. Well, I mean, you would bring a god along with you. Right, anyone else? Line breakers, no shields. Then once again, we're going with the shield boys. Yeah. Okay, let's rock. I mean, this is not giving them any training, but then the objective here primarily is just, you know, knock out the wrong uns. There you go, shield boys at the front, bow boys at the back, and then me picking them up. But weren't we just here? All right, you got the fella in the middle. Right, and then start dealing with his mates. Oh, I didn't make a good shot there. That one's better. And then he's coiled to do something interesting. Fella me lad there's running the wrong way. Alright, good. Yeah. He's wondering what's going on. Why is everyone falling over? It's because I'm shooting them, mate. Alright, good. Now, last time we had someone crop up there, so I think there might still be some out here. That's level 2. No, I think we've done level 1. Okay. All right. Come on, fellas, move up. Right. I'll go and start some more fighting. Kung Fu or otherwise. Yeah. Try not to jostle me while I'm taking aim. All right, good. No. You were optimistic there. And I felt that one was going to be a hit. You know what I want to do? What? I want to take over a castle. Oh, for crying out loud. Stop it. Thank you. Flipping Neo from the Matrix. Me. Pal? Pal? Oh, it's dark in here. Hang on. Maybe my eyes will adjust. They won't. No. Oh well, if there was anyone in there, they would have come out swinging by now. All right, kids, move up. I'll go find the next batch of ruffians. for us to have fun and games with. And, oh, you cheeky gits! Oh man, I'm missing. That's all right. I've got. Oh, you're just battering him. Oh, that's fine. Oh, hello. Yeah. He's got a lot of energy left for someone who's been flipping harpooned. No. No. No, fine. 2. You're going to F4, mate. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Come on. Or I'll finish him off myself. I've only got 3 shots left. Oh, okay. No, he's already had it. It's a bit harsh. Oh, get your sword out now. Okay. Oh, really? Is there more left? Oh, so there is. Come on, clown. See if you live long enough for me to cut you in half. And no, he's not lived long enough for me to cut him in half. Okay. Me and my band of resolute villains are here to tell you that we're not thrilled. And I say, I don't care. Lads. Yeah, we chop him proper. Alright, and then chop his homeboys. There we go.
We've been blessed.
Alright, job done. Super duper, pooper scooper. That's that all dealt with. It's a bit more influence, look. Oh yeah. Oh, we're flying through the influence now. Some couple more peasants, some more dudes to stick in the bag, and the Fian leveled up. Oh, he's now a proper Fian. Oh, he's well and truly Fian-like now. All right, we're packing quite a lot of gear. Oh, look at this! It's a mission. What does this do? We get 1 wine, or we increase morale by 2. Done. Yeah. No, a happy team is an effective team. I've always felt, and therefore keep your team as happy as possible, and they will be as effective as you like. There's another one. Oh, good. Do you want to go and do a drop off? No. We'll keep going. We'll knock out all these hideouts along the way. I mean, we're basically Batman at this point. Just no, with the League of Shadows. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's wait until daytime and then we'll assault the base. All right, let's League of Shadows this. I'm flipping just you, Burke. Right, the Fian champion can stay behind. If he's not going to get any better, he might as well stay home. Yeah, but you see, everyone you're taking at the moment can't get much better. Maybe if you bring some more rubbish troops, given that you do most of the work. All right, we'll take the Sword Sister. These Sturge vets are all pro. Yeah. Does a Blaze have a shield? Well, if he doesn't, he's going to regret not having one. Yeah. We've got an Arboreal. Well, he's got a bow, so that means that he at least can twang. And twanging's good. We'll have a Chosen Wolf and a Battanian Hero. Couple of vet infantrymen. We'll take a couple of ship boys. All right, ship boys, get on. And Nord Marksman. There's just so many different jobs these days. It's like everybody shuffled up the HR program and just kind of go, oh no, he's basically the same thing as we already know, but we're going to call him something else so we can pay him slightly differently. Well, fair enough. All right, kittens. Let's see what we've got. You see, that's a good distribution of fellas, and we're fighting somewhere different. That makes me happy, although it means I don't know where everybody is. That looks like a bloke, if you ask me. I'll put an arrow in it and see what we think. That was a bloke. Okay. Alright, there's no one in that tent. Is there anyone in this tent? No, that's just flapping around. Okie dokie. Yeah. Alright, where's our next adventure going to come from? Move up, team. Is that one? That's a couple. Hey, super. Doink. No, patience, patience. You don't have to hit everybody immediately. Move up. Thank you. Now, the good news is that my lads intrinsically know where everything is. Instinctively, and indeed intrinsically, know where every wrong-un in this place is. If I tell them to charge, they'll go straight for the chickens. I know, I saw them. There's a couple up there. Yeah, 3, by the looks of it. Okay. Oh, sucks to be you, pal. That was from downtown. Right, yeah. Yeah, all those years spent doing Photoshop, not wasted. Looking at a cluster of 6 pixels and going, that doesn't quite look right. Okay. I gained a point in bowing, and I leveled up, which is really rather lovely. Orient yourself towards the villains, please. Thank you. You're like a walking claymore, chaps. Front towards enemy. How many left? Oh, there's a few left. There's a few left. Is he all right? No. He's had enough for one day. He's now tired and emotional. All right. There you go. All right. Pull that over there. Pull this over here. All right. Now, they built themselves a big kind of overlook. No, that's a scenic venue for wedding ceremonies. Yeah. Where are the boys? Come on, kids. Shake a leg. Yeah, yeah. No, see, this is where I come for the destination. Oh, I can't resist. See if we can get center target. Easy, easy. Although it felt like it might be a bit low. Yeah, it was a bit low. Oh no! All right, we'll put it back in the bandolier. What? Oh, hello. Come on in. Shut it. Hang on, I've got to do this clown as well. Alright. Yeah, I don't like to unsheath the mighty sword during these escapades because it's a little unwieldy and it is primarily designed for horseback use. Doesn't mean I won't, it just means I prefer not to. Yeah. It's a pity Adobe is now evil. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, evil might be too strong a way to describe them. However, I think Adobe have very much lost sight of why they were number one. You know, the primary reason that Photoshop became industry standard was because it was pirated so often. And therefore, you could learn how to use it off a pirated copy. So then when you went into a commercial environment, you would start using a legit copy. And you'd already been through all the training because you had a copy of what at the time, and we're talking like mid-late 90s, early 2000s, the 700 quid's worth of software. Now, if you weren't a professional, you weren't about to spend 700 quid on a piece of software, but it meant that you could learn the ins and outs of it without having to be rotten about it. Well, Adobe they've ceased support for Animator, which is making a lot of the animation community very unhappy. Yeah, they've decided they can't do it anymore. But worse than that, it means that after the support period runs out, you won't even be able to access it anymore. You won't be able to access any of the files. And you kind of go, but that's the work that I did. So there's some scrambling to try and convert to other media in the meantime. Meanwhile, they keep ratcheting up the cost of Creative Cloud every year without fail. And they're just making it more and more expensive to get in there in the first place. And increasingly, there are very good free alternatives. So, you know, instead of Premiere, which is what I use, you could use some DaVinci Resolve, which is... It's a professional tool. It's got a 200 quid permanent license, or you can use it for free. And you kind of go, see, I could get behind that. Yeah, but I'd have to learn how to use it. And that's the thing. That's the only thing that's keeping anyone on the Adobe platforms is I don't want to learn how to use a new thing. Whatchamacallit, GIMP has been available for years and years and years and years and years, and is now actually pretty solid, which you can use instead of Photoshop. But I like Photoshop. Yeah. And it's because they're sinking money into flipping AI stuff. And you go, I mean, don't get me wrong, I use generative fill is magic. Or I don't use it for generator. I don't use Firefly, so I don't use the image generator for it. No. If I'm image generating, I use Midjourney. All right? I don't need it in anything else, but I use generative fill a lot, and generative fill is genuinely magic. It will take... What does it do? Okay, right. So let's say you've got a picture. This one, for example. And you wanted me out of the picture. You wanted this to be a picture of Jeff, and Jeff only. You would draw around me and then go replace. And it would just fill it in with backgrounds that it figured would sit in there based on the background that it could see. It's really, really good. Historically, you'd use the clone stamp to do it, but it's not a quick process to clone stamp your way out of try and isolate something. But no, generative fill is very, very, very good. You know, as much as they are the bad guys now, can't knock that as a bit of tech. But yeah, no, they're punishing their users is the problem. Nano Banana is really good. I have played with Nano Banana. It is very good. It's not. None of them are there yet. Not quite. The ability to prompt is not quite there. Incidentally, tangentially, this is the subject, and it's very tangential. This is the subject in Reduced this month, which I recorded a couple of nights ago. Yeah, I think it's an interesting one, and I think it will stir up a fair amount of debate, which I like. Because it always comes... I have an issue. I have a problem. Hello, gang. I have a problem. My problem is that just purely because of how I am, it makes it sound that everything I say is a decree. That it's just like, and woe betide any of you who disagree with me. I can't help it. It's just how I sound. And that's not the intent. The intent in this one is to make it more of a two-way conversation. But it's about art. I talk about art in this month's Reduced. You know what? I'll edit it when I'm done tonight, and I'll stick it up tomorrow. Yeah, it's ready to go. Well, I say ready to go. It needs editing. Shouldn't be too long. Yeah, because there's actual breaks in it. It's not just one long stream of conscious as it is every other month. No. There's actual... Yeah, make them changes. Oh, I've actually leveled up. Ooh. What do I want? Interesting. Let's catch up on the comments where we're all still talking about Adobe. Generative Phil, nice chap. Yeah, he is. He's generally very useful. Someone spent literal years using Clone Stump. Generative Fill is magic. I know. I've been using Clone Stamp since the early days of when I was professionally in the image generating thing. And it takes time to get halfway decent with clone stamping as well. So it's great. You wish GIMP would do something about their interface. I have looked at GIMP, but I haven't looked at it in like 5-6 years. And I thought that it was just not very well laid out. If anyone knows the best alternative for Lightroom, please yell. Apparently Darktable is an alternative to Lightroom. Thank you. The great thing about Firefly is that you can use various AIs on the same image. I mean, yeah, no, yeah. I mean, yeah, but I don't need it. This is what... I mean, this is where Microsoft are getting it wrong as well. Sorry, Microsoft, but this is where you're getting it wrong. And this is where Google are getting it wrong. If I want to search the web, I go to Google. If I want to talk to a machine about what I have just thought of, found out, discovered, written, whatever, I will go to OpenAI. You don't get to do both things. Microsoft... You've already got my attention, sunshine. I'm paying for the full Office suite because I happen to prefer Excel over Google Sheets, which are horrible and awful and should be stopped at all costs. And they're so very, very similar, it's unreasonable. And yet, I pay for the flipping Excel. I'm not an idiot. I would sooner pay 200 quid and have Office permanently. And then in 3 years' time go, right, give me the new one. And pay again. But no, instead you're charging me the best part of a ton every year to keep access to all of it. Software as a service, here's my prediction for you, friends and colleagues, software as a service is going to die in the next couple of years. Some people will cling to it. There'll be some companies that cling onto it, but the first mover is going to clean up, whoever the first mover is, and it will have to be the first mover of software that everybody already uses. So it can't be some young upstart. No, if Microsoft suddenly went, you can buy the full Office on an annual basis, they're going to make a mint immediately because we're all sick of it. So that subscription fatigue is at absolute peak. When you've got various companies just taking you for hundreds every month now, signing out of that is... software as a service for business software, but end user stuff might not last. Maybe. Regardless, it can't last. I think consumers are going to start switching off from it. As for businesses, it's a slightly different state of affairs because it's not your money you're spending. But when it's your money you're spending, you don't want to spend it. It's that simple on a monthly basis. I mean, how much am I paying for my annual license for Creative Cloud? Now, the thing with Creative Cloud is I use 7, 8 of the applications within. Software as a service is here to stay. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I don't doubt that it is. But I do think that there will be someone offers a pay once, own it forever alternative, and it actually works well. You de-bloated Windows to get rid of Copilot and telemetry junk. I mean, if I could find a way, I've got everything turned off that I don't want. So, for example, OneDrive. I don't want OneDrive. OneDrive can naff. I've been fighting a war against OneDrive for 10 years. Copilot I've disabled because I don't want it. I know what I want it for. I don't want it for anything else. Just, no, stop trying to make me use your stuff. I'm using other people's stuff. Get over it. We have an open relationship. You don't get to own the whole thing. There's a significant part of me kind of goes, if I can get some time on my hands, I'm going to learn Linux. That's how bad you've made it, Microsoft. Yeah, don't make me want to learn Linux. I mean, I'm too old to want to learn anything. Whew, right, what am I spending these points on? Get back on topic. Stay out of politics. I'm not in politics. I'm talking about flipping commerce, capitalism. You use OpenOffice. Yeah, no, OpenOffice, I can't, no. I've tried it, I can't. I can't. LibreOffice. I don't know LibreOffice either. I know Libre is free, or freedom, but free in a freedom sense rather than free as in a chargeless sense. Yeah. Right, what are you spending your points on? Oh yeah, good question. I think intelligence might be it, because I want to get steward up a little bit higher. Talk to me about steward. We're maxed at the moment on stewarding. Well, what do we get from this? Wages and upgrade troops, costs drop. Yeah. That's good for being a no, I don't think we actually need too much more of that. All right, what about bosun? Bosun's almost maxed. So, and we're not in, put it in bow. I don't, but I'm already offing people in bow without breaking a sweat. So it's, because I've got an attribute point as well. Smithing's probably capped, but I'm already making good bucks from that. Yeah. If I ever need, I don't know, if I ever need Linux support, I'm not asking you lot. No, I'll get 15 of you giving me a lecture. I love you all, but at the same time, no thanks. I'll go and be Johnny Clueless Anonymous somewhere else on the internet. Yeah, I don't know why. It's just that's how it is. It's how we roll. I don't need smithing to be higher, although what does that get me? 7.5% chance of creating masterwork, which is good because that gives me better money. Don't really want it. Scouting, tic-tacs and roguery. Yeah. Have I got more space in two-handed? Yeah, got plenty of space in two-handed. Have I got more space in bow? No, you're maxed on bow. Oh, maybe I ought to do a bit more on bow. Maybe. Yeah. LibreOffice is more or less dead, apparently. Oh, okay. Yo Choco Tube has turned up late. Is there any New York stuff online? Yeah. Did those YouTubers have permission to record? No. They could record the event, but not the game. And a few people have asked why allow them to not record the game. Because we're still finalising interface stuff. We're still finalising balance. There's loads of... There's bits... It's very, very playable in the state that it's in right now, but there's loads of stuff being finalised. And therefore, to get any footage out there now would be to show an incomplete game, and yet it would be the game that people... and there would just be tons of, oh, that doesn't look very good. Oh, that doesn't look very good. Oh, that does, because there is a contest among those in the conversational classes out there on their internet for who can be the most critical. Now, at the same time, at the other end of the spectrum, you've got the who can bounce up and down the most and go, I'm so excited. But then there is a competition of like, oh no, I can find more to be critical about than you can, and I will. And so there's nothing fundamentally wrong with it, but it's not representative of what the finished product will be, if that makes sense. All right. I do a bit of trade, but I've got loads of headroom there. Leadership, I do, but I mean, what's the next one get me? 20% security bonus and party size, I suppose. Charm. I've got no charm at all. No, that's very much true. Renown and influence for each issue resolved. Well, I don't solve issues except through violence. Plus 30% influence gain from battles. You know what? That would be useful. Okay. Well, do you want to stick it in sock, or do you want to just put a point in charm? I think I'm going to stick it in sock. Yeah, just do it and then forget about it. Done. All right, I've forgotten about it. And then I've got 1 point to stick in. You've still got nothing. Fine, put it in charm. Right. Let's be more flipping charming. You very much like the done when it's done approach, instead of saying it's coming out on insert date. Rule 1, people, never give dates. Never give dates. They are the first thing to be wrong, and it is better to gently disappoint people now than severely disappoint people later. And if we end up saying it's going to come out on this date, we'll have people who have booked holiday specifically to play the game, or booked the entire week off so they can play the game. Some people live for games in that way. Perfectly reasonable if that's your main hobby. But no, until we are 100% convinced we're going to hit that date, we're not going to tell you what that date is. We know what date it's likely to hit. Well, we know what date it's aiming for, and it's on target. But until then, there's nothing more to say. Right, what are we doing? Continue this bandit hunting caper. What can I do that actually improves my charm overall? What are the activities? This one will tell me. No, that one will tell me. Learn how to learn, improve relationships with people, socialise with noble, and do barter. Oh, crikey. I've got to talk to people, but that's incredibly tedious. Yep. You sure that just killing bandits won't make me happier? Yeah. No, it's fine. I love talking to people on the internet. It's why I've made a career out of it. But what you don't get from conversation on the internet is a huge amount of rationality. There is rather a lot of look at my extreme opinion, and fear the influence that I wield through my extreme opinion, and that's very understandable as well. But it means I spend a lot of time just trying to take people from here on whatever side of the argument they might be on down to about there. If I can do that, then I feel like I've had a good day at school. Yo, Choco Tubes, chuck £6 in the bucket. I caught you on being late. Yeah, I know, because I talked about it at the start, Choco. Ha! Happy I made it back to civilization without being put on ice. No, that was never going to happen. And I talk about that in Reduced as well. We could call it, this month's Reduced is me calling for calm. Before then, stirring you all up on the subject of art. I blow both winds simultaneously. And long may that last. Come on, Sword Sister. I feel like you're on the cusp of leveling up. How many bows have we brought with us? That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We'll bring this tree with us. And then I'm not bringing you because you're wearing an idiot costume. We'll bring a convoy guard, and then we can have a Sturge crewman and then Sturge soldiers throughout, please. You often wonder why gamers are so angry online, and they're not. That's the thing. It's performative anger, and this is not to get away when people are genuinely angry, but the problem you get is it's really hard to tell when it's genuine and when it's a performance or bandwagoning or what have you. And then, of course, it's not aided by the fact that games media, in some circles, thrive on clickbait of the only posting articles they know are going to make people angry or stir them up on a particular topic. And they wouldn't do that if regular old reportage and news worked. But games media has always been in a tough place because up until they've never really figured out how to be journalists. Instead, what they do is either reviews, which is not journalism, that's criticism and that's critique and commentary. Or they've been parroting press releases. Now you've got Jason Schreier, who currently works for Bloomberg, but I mean, this is my personal opinion, right? I don't particularly rate his work either, except he's the whistleblower guy. Have you got some news from behind company doors? Yes, send it to Jason. So by appearance, it makes it look like he's your expert journalist, because there's no money in it, right? There's no money in being a digital media news site, so they can't pay people for 3 months to go out and find some heavy hitting behind the scenes stuff. And at the end of the day, the games industry is just Hollywood, right? It's the same rubbish that Hollywood has. And what are the serious news stories? There aren't any. I mean, you know, once in a while you'll get corporate malfeasance or people behaving in a way unbecoming, and that's good and worthy of following up on. But for the most part, 99% of the time, game company announces game, or game company cancels game. The end. That's all there is to say about, oh, why have they cancelled the game? Wasn't working out. It was taking too long. It was too expensive. Or there was a falling out between the people working on it. Right? It's not news. And yeah, it makes great headlines because it makes people angry. Yeah. Regular journalists are exactly the same. No, but they're not, though, because there are far more regular journalists who are actually investigating things that are important, that will affect people's lives. Yeah. Yeah, and bosh. Right, showtime. Didn't need you this time, lads. DJ Doughboy has been a member for 31 long months. Welcome back to the land of crumpets and sarcasm. Thank you. Do I fancy a crumpet? No, I'm not in a crumpety kind of a place today. I mean, I appreciate a good crumpet, but I'm not there today. But thanks for offering. Come on, fellas, this is taking too long. Get them done. I'll just keep chopping at all of you, and hopefully I'll hit a wrong one. Yeah. Unfortunately, you did have to explain to a colleague, an in real life colleague, that at a former job, that being an ironic tosspot still made you a tosspot. Yeah, pretending to be one means you are one. Yeah. You don't. If you wear that hat, we're down to minus 50 influence now, so we're going the right way. Yeah, if you choose to wear that hat, then that is a hat that you are wearing. And you kind of go, no, but that's not what I'm really like. And you kind of go, so why are you doing it? You ain't pretending, you're actually doing it. Another thing to keep in mind is the journalists hosting primetime shows on big networks are not practicing journalism, they're practicing opinions. Oh, stateside, don't watch any news. There is no news. Don't watch any news channel stateside at all. This is very much with my European hat on, because it is dumb as a sack of rocks, for starters. I don't know at what point it was decided that the American population couldn't handle intelligent news, and the majority of it, and it doesn't matter which channel you're watching, is opinion and fluff masquerading as news. I have never been more shocked and dismayed in all my time than the first few times I watched American news, and I just went like, how does anybody take this at face value? It's woeful. Absolutely woeful. Yeah. And I mean, doing news is the toughest thing in the world, because you're always going to get criticism, or the only thing people are going to remember are when you've either missed something or got it wrong. They're not going to remember the 500% amount of the time that you got it right. They'll only remember the number of times you got it wrong. And what we should be looking at is the scoreboard for how often the news is inaccurate and coloured by opinion, rather than being factual in nature, or stands up to factual in nature. It's sneaking into UK media now. Yeah, I know, because people only watch sensationalism. We're all being driven mad. Stay out of politics. Oh yeah, I know, I'm very much there now. All right, I'll back out again. But I'm being apolitical at the same time. I am not saying that one side is worse than the other, just that everybody is as bad as each other, and they're all rubbish, and they all sicken me. And come the revolution, there'll be a lot of performance reviews. Good, yeah. There we are. What's my thoughts on Ashes of Creation? I don't know. I've not, only because I haven't followed the story. That's not a story I have followed. Probably because it's not a game that I was even remotely interested in. Yeah. What I will say is that projects being cancelled is normal. That's the norm. There are way more games that are floated with a bit of work done that then never get completed than games that get completed. Yeah, gaslighting people gets views and comments. Yeah, sadly, there is a lot of that. I mean, I mean, this is exactly what I talk about in my art essay that I will give you tomorrow. The important thing is that you think for yourself. And you don't, and here's the thing, is like, oh no, I don't believe anything the mainstream media says, I come to my own conclusions. We kind of go, yeah, but they are right a lot of the time. A lot of the time they're right. Some of the time they're wrong. But what you need to be able to determine, or what you need to be able to put your thinking cap on, is between where what they're saying is accurate reporting and where it is inaccurate reporting. And if you reckon it's inaccurate reporting purely off the back of, I reckon that's inaccurate reporting, that's probably not going to get you there. Yes, Corsairs, let's do them. Come here, clowns. There's a fight brewing and you're involved. I don't know what I'm doing. No, but there you are. Yeah. What do you want with us? I want you to surrender to my righteous arm of the law, or rather my righteous three boats of the law. Because the main thing is that with established network media, and this counts more in Europe than it does in the US, because the cancellation of the fairness doctrine in the US destroyed it for everybody. But in Europe, there is still some semblance of, you have to be able to back up what you're saying with something we in the trade like to call, proof or research or evidence. Otherwise, you can be sued. Yeah. Serves you right. Yeah, no, you'll get no sympathy from me, stupid cat. You go F3, you skirmish, and then 3, you can go and engage. All right, let's go and get involved. Yeah, I'm backing off from the chat for a moment because we've got a fight to fight, and we intend to fight it. All right, we've got the wind against us, so probably drop the sails, and instead let's go oaring. There we go. Do 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 do. Oh, yeah. Look at my fire arrows. They are fiery. And they're arrows. Give them some more, lads. Drop the flipping halyard. Drop the jib. It's not working in our favour. Thank you. Okay. Alright. And then because we're going to attack and then try and hit them in the side swipe style. Yeah, no, he was climbing on a rack and it fell on him. Now the rack was quite light. He will not be permanently harmed from this encounter, but at the same time, if he merely learns to stay in his lane, he would not be having this problem. Yeah, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, there's already fighting happening and we should be involved in that. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Right, who's that? That's Tubby Rabies. They're on my team. Why are we shooting at them? Inaccurately. Right, who's that lot over there? Honestly, that's Tubby Rabies. That's Blam Anthrax. Yeah. Yeah. Show me the bad guys. Well, they're in there somewhere. Well, let's go and get involved. That's it. Yeah, yeah. Now we're shooting them with the big gun. I think that one might have gone down. Not yet, but it will do when we hit them at incredibly slow speed. Oh, it's no fun having to use oars instead of having the wind with you. Oh, get him. Ah, an ineffective ram. Brilliant. Attempt some boarding. Attempt the boarding. I'm going to assume we are doing. Right, that's on fire. There's General Mayhem, which is my my party time weekend name. I'm going to use this. I'm going to shoot some. Go on, give me someone to shoot. They'll do. Eat that. It only worked. I got 6 points in engineering for that. I'll go again. Oh, we're sinking their battleship. Fabulous. Get him. Got fire. Yeah. Eat that. Thank you. I don't know who's helping me on this, but they're doing a fine job. Get some. Thank you. Yeah, get. Yeah, I don't care if he's on my team. This is worth it. Right, he's had enough. I have a feeling there's more of them out there. Okay, right. I'll stop playing with that. Where's the rest of the fight, kids? We do seem to be ahead of things. Right, get on the boat. Yeah. Back her on up there. Yeah, where are the baddies? There's two still on that one. Right. Well, detach cable. Let's go get them. Just, come on. Come on. Shut up, Jeff. Yeah. Yeah, no. There's still two on there. Let's go for X. Cut the flipping cable. Cut us loose and then start shooting at that. Can I tell you lot to go engage? And you engage. If there's any of you left. Alright. That's it. Ease it down. Now we've done it. Right. Super. There we go. Excellent. Right. That wasn't pretty, but there's some more influence into our bag of influence. There's some more prisoners for our large bag of prisoners, and there's some promotions all round. Now, obviously, these are costly promotions because quite a few people died in the process. But ultimately, I'm prepared to pay that price to generally increase the capabilities of the team. There's some odds and ends going on there. Super job, lovely, well done. Everything's good. Right, what we got? We got the green osprey. Put it in the bag. Thank you. Yeah. Stop it with the noise. He's very, very whiny. Very, very whiny cat at the moment, and it does my head in. A day trip to Ortizia? Yeah, all right. Yeah. And then we could go and, once we're back up to party speed, we could go and take on some Vlandians. Maybe. Oh, maybe. Yeah. Manage the fleet to sell the spare. Wolf Mountain says, wouldn't it be time for having some parties running around? No. There's nothing to be gained from it. So I'm not going to. There's no benefit. If it were my own kingdom, then maybe. But it's not my own kingdom, so no. No, they can stay with me. Otherwise, I end up just paying through the nose for the running costs of their flipping armies, because they never make enough money to self-support. And so they may as well just stay with me instead and repeatedly get pregnant. Obviously, that's my brother I'm talking about. Everybody else, who knows? Right, sell all this stuff. Boink. Right, and then... No. And then anything in here that doesn't quite belong. No. Super. Don't know how much we're making because the cat's in front of the monitor. I just sold the wrong ship. Pretty sure I didn't. Pretty sure I didn't. To the port. I mean, I got more for it than I was expecting to, so maybe I did sell the wrong one. Did I sell Blam Anthrax? I did! I'm stuck with the Green Osprey. Oh well. Yeah, no, we'll live. It's not the end of the world. Yeah. Keeps it fresh. Yeah. How did I get that wrong? I don't know. Psh, not paying enough attention. Trying to be entertaining. We'll have reinforcement battlements for £7,000. Are we going to upgrade this one? Yeah, why not? Yeah, all right then. Go on. Yeah, get it done. Good. Yeah. Right. Do you want to actually do all of it? Oh, okay. Yeah, the green osprey. The green cost a lot. Yeah, I'll have that as well. All right. Can we pay for that? No, because they don't actually have it. You're gonna have, no, yeah, they did have it. Oh, okay. Right, well, put it on the boat then. And here, what options have we got? Large arrow and jav crates. I suppose. But I'm not feeling it. No. It needs a canopy. Yeah. But we'll have the exquisite pavilion, please. Or will we? You've got covers. No, that's something for your garden party. I think we'll go with this. That's ostentatious and yet still says violence. Okay. Is this quick enough? 3.31? I should cocoa. That's the rabies. Oh, for crying out loud. Will you please focus on the thing that I'm actually trying to do? There you go. Stick that on there. Yeah. Give me that. Yeah. Up the tempo. So 2.9 at the moment. We could go a bit faster, I imagine. Still 2.9. Okay. Canopy, please. There you go. And no figureheads still, because I don't know if they've been invited or not. Ah. Yeah. Right. Let's put all of that caper on. Expensive, certainly. Worth it, anyone's guess. Right, I've leveled up Mariner. Good times. Minus 10 to enemy morale for each ship destroyed in battle. I don't hate that. Plus 25 fire damage dealt by your ship and crew to enemy sails. Interesting. Or plus 10% XP gained by party companions after each naval battle, or as governor, which I'll never be. I like the idea of sail wrecking. Okay. Engineering. We've got minus 10, plus 10% build speed to non-range siege engines. And plus 30% shield hit points. That's not bad. Or plus 10% build speed to ranged siege engines. And plus 3 damage to equipped crossbows. I don't use crossbows. Give me that. Okay. Someone else is about fit to travel. Oh, we got Atari's leveled up as a mariner. Melee weapon handling plus 30% loot. Yeah, minus 30% accuracy from ship. Right, yeah, 50% conformity gain for pirate prisoners. That one, please. Anyone else? Food's leveled up. That's good to see. Aaron has been a member of the Foe Brigade for 23 long months. Okay. Haven't been able to join a stream in weeks, so this button is probably long overdue. Well, thank you very much. Happy to be able to watch today. Well, that's good too. Yeah, right. Food. What are you actually... I mean, you're utterly hopeless when it comes to any kind of ranged. I should probably put a point in that. He's only young. He is the party scout. So maybe pointed scouting would be something that, you know, he might find some value in. So if I were to give him that, that will get him up to what, 30? That's not very much. No, he's on 100. He's got plenty of space to learn more smithing, but we all have to do that. Smithing is part and parcel of being in the massive clan. It's part and parcel of being in whatever you're doing when you're playing the game, clown. I think we have to give him some control. No, let's give him endurance. Why? Because he's either on foot or he's got a horse, and therefore, you know, that'll help. Everybody else is kind of pre-leveled up, which I get it. It's simulating that they've been in noble families for however long, but at the same time, it makes me go, you know, which way are we going? We might be able to intercept some people coming out of Legetta, or we could go and harsh anyone who has the temerity to try and leave Charis without me giving them by their leave. Scott has been a member for 47 long months. Your worlds are colliding. You're watching City Planner Plays. Give me a call out on his Transport Fever 3 video. Yeah, I know. I've done. Lots of people have said nice things about me this week, which is good. I got two. I mean, that's the other thing worth bearing in mind. Is had I not been a member of the team, I would have been invited to go to that, which is cool. I like that. That's all good fun. Would I have gone? Would I have gone? Oh, tricky. I don't... Yeah, I probably would. I think it would depend on whether or not I had opted... We're not at war with the Vlandians at the moment. In which case, I could go and fight in the whatnot. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. That would work. Lord Rosemount has been a member for 67 long months. Thank you for many years' entertainment. Love the Battletech members series. I'm loving playing it, frankly. I am enjoying that game so very much. The last episode, if you haven't seen it already, the last episode is an absolute banger. Totally great episode. The thing is, I'm going to have to knock it on the head and do something new. I think probably around episode 30. I think I'll take it to episode 30 and then go and then declare victory. But obviously I'll keep the save and might revisit it later. But and that's purely because not everybody likes the game, and therefore mixing it up a bit it's good healthiness for those backers out there. But I'm loving it. I'm having a great time playing it, even though every single battle plays out more or less the same way. Yeah. Offer a free trip to New York. The answer is yes. No, not for me. I don't want to go anywhere. I really don't. I have no desire to travel anywhere at all. Never have had any desire to travel anywhere in the slightest. The way I likely describe it is, look, I go to work I'm going to answer the PC spec question in a moment. I go to work in order to earn money, in order to buy stuff, right? I keep all of that stuff in my house, which I also pay for. Therefore, why am I going to be thrilled about someone taking me away from my stuff? Why? Why? This is my stuff. I don't want to be away from my stuff. I just don't. I'm quite happy with my stuff. I'm very nice to go and do a day trip somewhere and experience something new, but I'd quite like to come home and sleep in my own bed afterwards if it's all the same to you. That's a personal but you know why? Because I've fine-tuned that bed. I've spent money on making sure it's got all the stuff that I want that makes it really good. Like I spend way too much money on pillows to make sure that I just feel flipping comfy as you like. Ooh, I can't take my bed with me, Eileen, can I? And you know, I've got an epic king size super king duvet. It's flipping enormous, but it is exactly the right tog count, and then the level of sheets of cotton that I have applied, and everything is just how I want it. And when I go anywhere, you go to any flipping hotel in the world, unless you're paying big bucks for a hotel, you're going to be sleeping on a sponge pillow, and they can get in the bin. Just not interested. That's my philosophy. Yeah, right. Thank you very much. Squirrel gave you a shout out as well. Yeah, but that's Squirrel. I mean, frankly, Squirrel's 20 minutes down the road, you know. The odds of us having a conversation at some point, you know, I'm not calling it a podcast. It couldn't possibly be a podcast. It'll be two middle-aged men talking about nerd stuff. Awesome. Yeah. Good. Right, there you go. What's my PC spec? Dunno. I'm rocking a 40... I'm rocking a 5080. All right? That's the bit that tends to do the heavy lift. I'm going to run DX Diag because I can't remember what processor I'm running, other than it's all right. it's not the latest. It's a couple of years old now. 13th gen Intel. It is an i7 13700K, but I don't overclock things. I just like to have the facility available in case at some point I decide to try and ruin my computer. 32 gig of RAM. Next time I do an upgrade, I'll probably go for 64, but I'll wait until there is some RAM before I try and buy any. And then I've got about 6 hard disks. There you are. And then over here, I got a 4K monitor from Ben. In here, I've got that's a 2K monitor here that I rock at 1440p most of the time. And that's what I play on. Why 4K monitor? I find myself moving my head around to try and to read bits of the screen, ever so gently, but moving my head around nonetheless. And then over there, I've got a 1080p old school. I think it might even do higher than 1080p, but I run it at 1080p, and that's a Dell, and a Dell's lovely. But rocking 3 separate resolutions, it's pretty good. Whatever PC you have right now, you're probably stuck with for the next couple of years. I agree. Yeah, there you go. Well, it's over 5,025 has been a member for 28 long months and says Battletech is top draw. Agree. Yeah. Right, let's have a fight. Yeah. All right. To the arena. Oh, I might get to have a go with a crossbow, and that's always what it is. Bone Crusher. Flipping Vlandians. They don't half cheap out on the chuffing prizes. Vlandian prizes are terrible. Right, yeah, let's go. We're Team Blue. I've got a crossbow. Okay. You're going over there. All right, I'll see if I can't help. All right, well, I'll shoot this bloke then. Nice shots. Okay. I'll put another bullet in the gun. Yeah. Doing it. Well done, son. This is a Vlandian seasoned seafarer, and he's doing top work. Try and hold him still. You dingus. It's your fault. No, 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 no. I wouldn't have shot you if you hadn't got in front of me. Give me your shield. You muppet. Oh, hello. Right. Yeah. Okay, who's left? Just a Vlandian light infantry. Have we got a bullet in this? Not yet. Hang on. I don't know how anybody could go for. Oh no, I'm going to use crossbow as my main weapon. And you go, but were you born stupid? Look, in the time it's taking me to do this, I could have fired my bow 4 or 5 times. And so even if it does moderately less damage, it's still doing some damage. Jan has been a member for 68 long months. Nice. Yeah. Right. Okay, into round 2, single combat. Okay, let's go. What are we packing? Oh, the big hook. I like it. Alright, let's batter up. Yeah. You're blocking on the wrong side, dingus. Okay, that's him dealt with. Yeah, alright. Into the next round. Into the semis. And... oh, God. Alright, okay. And stab. Lovely job. Played it like a champion. Alright. Front towards enemy. And... stab. Oh, he got the stab in first. Alright, sword time. Get him in. Get him chopped. Yeah. That's it. There you go. He's done. Sorry, Horsey. Didn't mean to poke you there. There was no need. I'd already dealt with him. Right, final. It's me up against catching the she-wolf. And it's sword and board. Okay. Now, because she's in the army, I will do her the honour of actually running out to meet her, rather than making her run the length of the battlefield in order for that to happen. Right, let's go. Yeah. You had enough yet? There you go. Marvellous. Frederick's been a member for 23 long months. And it ticks up little by little. It surely does. It surely does. Oh, boy. Yeah, no, it most definitely does. Anyway, we won that one. Gained a bit of renown. Great. Oh, and nephew has reached the age of 2. I didn't call him nephew. You did. Okay, all right. Frankly, nephew, the odds of you ever becoming a star player, slim. So I'll just click randomly to give you some early doors training. Congratulations. Hope it's all going well for you. We've got 2 more sign-ups. Nice. All right. Well, we're actually packing quite a few in the bag here. Who we should empty the bag on occasion. There you go. Not because we need the money, but just because we need the space in the bag. You can't stuff everything in your backpack and expect to get away with it forever. No, I was watching a movie with George Clooney where he explained it. Oh, I watch movies on the plane. Lots of them. Some I fell asleep to. It happens. Some I actively engaged in. Let's do the movie review. First job, can you remember the movies you watched? All right, we'll start with the first one I remember watching. I watched the Minecraft movie. I dozed for a little of it, but I was quite pleased with the Minecraft movie. I found it to be quite charming, good fun, nice characters. Not for me particularly. Jack Black doing a variation on Jack Black, which is always good. I have more time for Jack Black than I did once upon a time after seeing him in Jumanji. Yeah, I know. You kind of go, you're going to have to back that up with some kind of justification. All right, well, the reason is that it would have been all too easy for him to play, when he's in the game, and he's pretending to be a teenage girl, it would have been very easy for him to overplay that. And he kind of goes, Jack Black, I mean, how else is he going to do it? And you go, exactly. And he didn't. And that was what was particularly good about it. So I got plenty of time for Mr. Black. I mean, I find his standard shtick to be a little bit repetitive. But you know what? He's getting paid for that standard shtick. So why on earth not? Yeah. Now, okay, so that's one. It wasn't the first one I watched, but I can't remember the first one I watched. They got quite a few of the sort of newish stuff available. What else I watched? Oh, I watched Now You Don't. I have strong opinions. Now You See Me, the original in the series, was good fun. It was very good fun, largely plausible, and a suitable. Should have left it alone there. I should have just gone, that was good. Yeah. Did we make money? Yes, we did. Let's leave it alone. All right. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. But no, they decided not to do that. So they made Now You See Me 2, which was total rubbish. And the problem they've got now is they now made Now You Don't. And the problem is, by and large, rather than it being about stage magicians performing bank heists, which I was there for, now they can do actual magic. And you just kind of go, no, these have to be genuine tricks. I don't want to see pretend magic. I don't want to see them being actual flipping wizards. I was quite happy when they were stage magicians. If you bend your, okay, yeah, all right, then maybe that's a really good trick. Kind of understanding. A little bit far-fetched. But fundamentally, no, they've stopped being stage magicians and they're now just wizards. It's rubbish. Yeah, total rubbish. So yeah, Now You Don't is awful, and that's really all there is to tell about that movie. It's lost all its charm, and it's now just poor. It had charm. It doesn't have anything else to offer, no. And it's certainly not about stage magicians anymore. Not that stage magicians are particularly aspirational, although who doesn't want to be able to do a little bit of sleight of hand once in a while? Or for a likeable niece or nephew, be able to whip a 50p piece out from behind their ear that makes them go, ah! But they forget about 30 seconds later. That'll do. I'm actually looking up, hold on, what movies were on the plane. I don't know, because I can't remember. Let's just say none of them really stuck with me. Oh, yeah, I was looking forward to that, and it was only average. I watched Good Fortune, which is Canoe playing an angel called Gabriel, but not the angel Gabriel. I don't know why they gave him Angel Gabriel's name, because there's connotations in there that I don't think were wise or advantageous. Yeah, but I mean, there it is. Yeah. Is it good? It's a mess. I'll tell you that for nothing. Canoe is just totally charming. In that movie, utterly charming, effortlessly so, because he plays an innocent angel who really doesn't understand how anything works. And the charm is just dripping off him like lard, and it's yeah. But the story's a little bit all over the place. It does have some high points. It did not make me laugh out loud. Right. It is a comedy, at least according to the description. Not like Ted, flipping heck. I saw Ted on for the first time on a transatlantic flight while everybody else was asleep. And it was in the middle of the night. And I was laughing my face off. So There you go. So it's not like, you know, lowbrow comedy doesn't do it for me. It was the bits that made me laugh my face off in Ted were first when Ted is describing or is naming the different brands of weed that he's got with him. And I lost it at the one he goes, oh, we could go and get some, they're coming, which, howling, and it follows up with, this is permanent. And I go, yeah, no. I mean, if you've seen the movie, yeah, no, that made me laugh. And then Sam Jones rocking up and being a total party animal, hilarious. But that's mostly because I watched Flash Gordon devotedly as a small child. I gained points in charm. I'm charming. All right, Luther, get in the bag. Can't promise you a bright future. Can promise you a future in the bag. You could be a Mamluk. Yeah. All right. Good. I don't know why we bothered doing that, but obviously helping out other nobles makes them like me more. All right. Earn some charm. What do we got? We're going to lose some morale. Oh, bummer. Well, we'll go for losing less morale. Righto. There's a scrap on in Ortizia. Let's go and do that. Got to stay on top of the table. Right, what else was on? Well, I didn't watch it on the plane, but I watched Tron Ares. A couple of weeks ago, I watched Tron Ares. And two things about Tron Ares. The first thing about Tron Ares was I thought, because the previous one, Tron Lego, was two things. First, rubbish. Second, spectacular. With a wooden character in the lead. Utterly spectacular. I watched it in 3D and I came away from that going, this is the first 3D movie I've seen where I've gone, that was worth seeing in 3D. Yeah. But fundamentally rubbish. My daughter loves it. Absolutely loves it. In fact, for a while there, it's her favourite movie. And she can't really explain why. And I don't really need her to, but she absolutely loves Tron Lego. Anyway, Tron Ares. Now, you've got a big red warning flag there from the get-go because it's got Jared Leto in it, and I'm not entirely sure how people keep hiring him. Well, I mean, I imagine they phone up his agent. All right, why? Why people keep hiring him? Because he is a relatively detestable individual. However, in the first instance, he's all right. Yeah, he's okay. He's relatively downplayed. It's not as spectacular as Tron Lego. Yeah, it's not the same level of spectacle, but overall I came away from it going, yeah, that was all right. Jared Leto starts to be a little bit more Jared Leto later on in the movie, and there is a contrived, he really likes Depeche Mode, that I find disagreeable. I'll just let these Muppets do their own thing. Yeah, it was too forced. I didn't agree with it. It's badly written. Is basically where I'm going with that. That's it. There you go. That's Tron Ares. Right. What else have we got going? Are they coming for me yet? They will do in a moment. All right. Well, let's head over this way. What do we got here? Oh, F1. I watched the F1 movie. I watched F1 the movie. What do we think of that? It was better than I thought it was going to be, which is always a good sign. I thought, but Brad Pitt is way too old to be an F1 driver. Way too old. But he was not there to be an F1 driver. No, he was there to cheat. Which, given that F1 is all about cheating, well, I'd say that it's not. It's not about cheating. It's about having the best car. And then you can put any monkey behind the wheel, and chimp-like, they will win everything. Yeah, I'm obviously overplaying just how pointless the driver is in these cars, but it does fundamentally come down to if you have the best car, you're going to win. Yeah. And I don't, you know, it's why I like NASCAR. It's why I like stock car racing. I mean, that and NASCAR has a lot more crashing. Because frankly, going round and round and round and round and round and round in a circle for a couple of hours doesn't amuse me. But that's me. Everyone is allowed their own taste. My taste says, yeah. Is that it? Yeah, no, that's all they're saying on the website as far as what the movies are they've got right now. That's this month's featured movies. Did you not watch Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie? Oh, no. My problem with the Formula One movie was how much the young buck was just aggro for no reason whatsoever. Yeah. More interesting than the movie itself is if you could. There are a few YouTubers who've done behind the scenes of the F1 movie and how they shot it, because that's really revolutionary stuff of how they went about shooting that movie. Very, very clever. Very, very clever. Yeah. Good. Cat, you're in the way again. So yeah, the F1 movie. It was all right. I haven't seen a movie that's actually blown me away in a while. What would be the last one? Oh, that's... Rush is a much better F1 film. Rush is more fun. Oh no, hold on. Isn't Rush the yes, it is. It's the Chris Hemsworth and fella me lad who's ever so good as James Hunt and Niki Lauda. There we go. Yeah. James Hunt and Niki Lauda. Yeah. No, Rush is brilliant. Rush is very, very good. Do I like IndyCar? I can't say I've watched enough to really judge. Open wheel, closed wheel, don't care. I want crashing and close competition where you're not entirely sure who's going to win it. That's the bit that matters. If you know in advance who's going to win, what's the point in watching? And F1 is just it's a rich kids play thing. And I can't get into it. I watched it when I was younger, but now I couldn't care less. It's like football. It's why I don't watch football. It's why I watch. It's why I don't watch football, because it comes down to who spent the most on their team, and there's no limit to how they can do that. No. Right. What else have we got going on here? Oppenheimer. Dear me, that was overrated. Yeah. No, I know, that's heresy, isn't it? Holy mackerel, that was overrated. And when the nuke went off, didn't look anything like a nuke. You want to see a nuke going off in something that actually looks authentic to the period, watch Series 3 of Twin Peaks. Because David Lynch is an actual artist, whereas Christopher Nolan, I think, has run out of ideas that make for captivating entertainment. Yeah, I went there. I said that. Yeah. No, I'm all into it. You know what else? Interstellar, overrated. Oh, yeah. Totally overrated. Whew, some big words going on there. Well, it wasn't a nuke, for starters. It wasn't even trying to be a nuke. It was just a large explosion. And you kind of go, but that's not what a nuke going off. And they don't look like that, even remotely. Yeah. And there we go. PJS has said it all. Oppenheimer was boring. Yes, it was. Now, I have since watched the Barbie movie, and you know what? The Barbie movie's good fun. I had a thoroughly good time watching the Barbie movie. The gradual devolution of Ken is hilarious and very good fun. And great fun. Thoroughly enjoyed the Barbie movie. But yeah, Oppenheimer was boring. If you want to watch that story, watch Fat Man and Little Boy. Right, it's not as visceral, but you do get John Cusack. And frankly, any movie with John Cusack in is worth watching. Oh, there you go. All right, there you go. There's a topic of conversation. Favourite John Cusack movie? Throw them in. Dunkirk was awful too. Dunkirk had its moments, though. Dunkirk did have some good moments. But, yeah, no, I mean, Nolan hasn't made a banger since Batman. Which one? Second one. The third one was okay. Yeah. Yeah. Have I seen Pluribus? Not until it becomes available on a non-Apple platform. As soon as they sell it on Amazon, I will buy the series. I cannot wait to watch it because she was absolutely the best thing in Rita Steelhorn? Or Rena, or I can't remember her first name. But in Better Call Saul, she was absolutely magnetic to watch on the screen. That movie, that series became just entirely about her, as far as I was concerned, because the journey of her character was phenomenal. Was so interesting. So yeah, can't wait to see Pluribus. But until such a time as it becomes available on a non-Apple platform, because as you know, I boycott Apple. Yeah, out of some kind of political statement? No, because they wronged me. And therefore they will never see another penny of my money. Not directly. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. You're saying Runaway Jury. I mean, Runaway Jury was fine. I think it worked. I think it tried too hard to tell its story. I think it tried too hard to tell its story. Yeah. And as a result, it became just a little bit po-faced and a little bit pretentious, but it was nonetheless it was a good yarn, well told, but I think it tried a little bit too hard. Yeah. Very few people outside the UK have seen Threads. Very, very few people have seen Threads outside the UK, and I have to say, I've never seen it. It's like I can never quite get hold of it when I'm in the mood for something utterly flipping miserable. And, you know, we all have that mood once in a while. The Day After, I've seen a couple of times, The Day After, and that's got a pretty downbeat mood, especially given at the time, I saw it for the first time in Germany as an exchange student in the 1980s. And obviously, this was when it was West Germany, East Germany as well. So it was like, it felt, the tail end of the Cold War, when we all got proper close to being absolutely nuked, it was a funny old time. Yeah, it was a funny old time. And watching it in Germany just felt a little bit different to watching it in German to watching it potentially in the UK. In my opinion, I couldn't explain it any more clearly than that. Especially since at the time, Steve Guttenberg, who is one of the leads in The Day After, he'd only done comedy movies. Yeah, you liked John Cusack in Con Air. I thought he was good in Con Air, but Con Air is just, it's so dumb. It's a delight. It was like they did The Rock and they went, yeah, but I mean, this feels almost plausible. Let's go a little bit less plausible, please. Yeah. You've gone for 1408. 1408's a belter. 1408's really, 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 really good. Yeah, absolutely love it. A tight story told tightly. And Sam Jackson doing a cameo, he pulls that off brilliantly. Brilliant cameo from Samuel L. Jackson. No, that's top notch. You saw the war game in a nuclear bunker. I don't know the war game. No. Has anyone mentioned Better Off Dead or Say Anything? Well, Better Off Dead is better than Say Anything. He's skiing on one ski. Yeah. Would you look at that? Someone threw away a perfectly good white boy. There's some good one-liners in that. Oh yeah, I know my stuff. I know my Kuzak. Steve Buscemi was great in Con Air. Steve Buscemi was genuinely quite unsettling in Con Air. I concur. Is this the last Bannerlord? I appear to have lost interest. Yeah, maybe, because I know what I'm playing next. But I'm very much going through the motions here, aren't I? And talking about anything other than the game. I've played it all. I have played it all. Yeah, I have played it all. I've already won the game. You see, and after winning the game, it's really hard to go back to. In which case, let's go get on the boats. Let's do an hour of mucking about on boats and go get it done. You like the Manhattan Project movie? That's Fat Man and Little Boy. Paul Newman in that as well. Dwight Schultz as Oppenheimer. Howling Mad Murdoch as Oppenheimer. Draw what conclusions thou wilt. Right. Manage the fleet. No. Back to town. Trade. I want to sell any gubbins that I've picked up. Because we are very much overweight for sea travel at the current time. Can we do a war? Defending attacks from towns and castles, etc. Alchemy Factory next. I might play Alchemy Factory on stream at some point, but I'm going to let it brew for a little bit longer. The other one that I'm doing the same thing is with Mine Mogul. That looks like good fun, but it's early access. I wish people wouldn't do early access. I understand why they do early access, but I wish they wouldn't. So yeah, I'm going to wait for that to brew a little bit longer as well, because otherwise, you see, as a YouTubist, you can't go back, right? And this is the problem we are currently experiencing with Bannerlord. You can't go back because there are finite stories to tell, and when you have told all the stories, it feels like you're circling around the same thing again when you go and revisit. And therefore, it doesn't feel fresh. It doesn't feel fun. It doesn't feel interesting, which is why sticking with one game was never a good idea for me. I should have put my flag in the ground as a variety streamist earlier on. Hey ho, you live, you learn. Never mind. It's all good. We can move on and grow from this collectively. I'm going to have to sell more horses who are still overweight. Let's sell more Sumpters because they're rubbish. There's an old Sumpter, that's very rubbish. All right. How many more do I need to flog? Horses weigh more than that. Come on. Get me down to weight. Yeah, what else? Workhorse, we'll get a shot of that. What about any mules? No, mules they over-index on the amount they can carry, so I guess we'll just go through the cheapest to the less cheap. You've got a lot more to sell than that. Well, I'm not going to sell any more than that. I want the lads on flipping horseback. What, while they're on a boat? Yes, especially while they're on a boat. They're there to make sure the horses don't get seasick. I've leveled up, have I? No, someone has. Food, what have you learned? He's learned about scouting. Well, jolly good. 2% travel speed during daytime. We'll take it. Yeah. as much as there is greater advantage to be had, you get 3% speed bonus if you take the nighttime version, but whatever, let's go. PT has slung 20 Aussie bucks in the bucket, thank you. It's the late tax, back in the land of the dollary dues, so you're starting from the beginning. None of it's on topic, PT, just so you know, none of it's on topic, all of it's off topic today. I talk about everything. Mars been a member for 84 long months, and apparently I'm an old sumter. Well, there are days where I feel like it. Yeah. Who are we at war with? Just out of interest. Are we at war with anybody? Is there anything interesting I can do? I wouldn't mind being part of a big fight. No. Find a political screen. Is it L? No. Is it K? Yeah. Maybe. No. This is just the Sturge Kingdom. Is it O? Get out of that. Is it O? No. It's not P. That's P for party. L is for clan. L in clan. Because C is for character. N is Facebook. Yep. But that's not the political screen. It's J. J. No, that's quests. Journal in other games. Well, what the heck is it? I'm sure it was K. Yeah, you need to click diplomacy. Oh, right, okay. We're at peace with everybody. Ah, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's disappointing. I mean, if I leave the kingdom, I could go and start some trouble. Yeah, we could head back down to Kuyas and try and get some more Corsairs. I just want to sink something, and then that'll be good. That'll be good. Food's gained a point in Shipmaster. There's some Corsairs. They'll do. All right, lads. Don't outrun me. I appreciate you will likely be quicker than us, but we are sporting some very nice boats. Which way are they going? All right. Try and head them off. Try and head them off. There you go. Get them. Get them in the shallows. That's the ticket. All right. All right, clown. Yeah. Time to die a lot, and we have the advantage, so obviously we're going to win. Wolfgang's minimum 49 long months. You have one of these, so you're using it to say sorry you're late. You were at a theatre play. You could just call it a play. By their nature, plays typically are theatre based. What did you see? Is it anything that one may be familiar with? Who's driving this boat? Have you got food in charge? Yeah, I've got food in charge of that one. Nesquik, you might as well get involved. All right, ready up. All right. Have we got the wind? Of course we haven't got the wind. Okay. Right, you skirmish. You also skirmish. Okay, and the topic of the next 5 minutes is still John Cusack movies. Which do you rate? Just in case. You also like By Dawn's Early Light, which that was okay. That's the bomber crew. Yeah, that's okay. It's good. But more... there you go. What's the most enjoyable Cold War nuclear outbreak movie that you've ever experienced? Which one did you have the most giggles with? Huh? Eh? Yeah. 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 No. I mean, I'll watch... whatchamacallit. Oh, brain's gone to mush. I'm usually so good at this stuff as well. Chernobyl. Yeah, I'll watch Chernobyl as often as you want to stick it on. That is the best piece of television in ever such a long time. Ever such a long time. Yeah, that's the one in the B-52. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Right, we've got a little bit of wind. Maybe we can... Is that an enemy? Yes, it is. Okay. Maybe we can get enough pace to actually put this incredibly expensive ramming upgrade to good use. Hit something. That'll do ya. Right. Alright, attempt the boarding. It was an ineffective ramp. Felt pretty effective, if you ask me. No, we're going too fast to settle. Okay, all right, fine. We'll go around and do them again. Your favourite Cold War movies would be War Games. War Games is good. It was very good at the time. Still a good movie now, but I think it lacks authenticity because it's more of just an anti-war message than it is an authentic message. Because if anything, it is more scared of AI than it is of nukes. Yeah, and I'd say Terminator 2 probably does that better. Yeah. Strangelove and Terminator 2 are your favourite nuke movies. See, I reference it, and then one of you goes, in total isolation, I too reference it. Yeah. I mean, it was the one saving grace of Terminator 3 was the very end of it. Terminator 3 was bad. It was bad, Terminator 3. However, the very end of it, when they've escaped into the bunker, that they were mistaken in believing was the ability to stop it from happening, and it wasn't. They've been fed a pack of lies to make sure that Johnny Connor actually survives. Clever. Very clever. That's a good bit of writing. The rest of the movie, total guff. But hey-ho. You're surprised War Games hasn't been remade? I don't know that there would be any point in doing so. You'd have to... I mean, I don't doubt some Egypt is probably going to give it a spin. But they'll do an awful job of it. An awful job. Yeah. It's not going to be... Oh, good kill there, friend. Yeah, they'd be better off taking some of the core concepts and making a new movie rather than trying to remake that movie, because it is the Cold War is all important as the setting, and we don't have the Cold War now. It's gone, it's done, it's over. And even if you were to try and do a reimagining of that era, I don't think it works. Yeah. Ender's Game is a good war game movie. You better be joking there, sociopath. You had better be joking. Ender's Game, the movie, is awful. Now, don't get me wrong. Ender's Game, very, very difficult to make in a movie sense, because it is the amount of time it takes that's actually kind of important. Go and read the book. Go and read the book. Read the book. It is so much better than the movie. The movie was okay, but it missed out on just so much that was actually important. That is actually a much better story being told. Yeah. Do I remember When the Wind Blows? Yes, I did. In fact, I did When the Wind Blows for my A-level theatre studies as my performance piece. Yeah. Me and a girl in my class, we did When the Wind Blows. It wasn't a comedy. Yeah. So there you go. It's not as bad as Signs. That is very true. What I didn't mind about Signs actually was the vibe. The vibe in Signs is really good. It's really uncomfortable. It's rather like The Happening, which is even worse. The Happening is colossally awful, and made worse, of course, by the fact that it's Marky Mark Son's Funky Bunch, who is the hero in that movie. The Happening is completely dreadful. However, the vibe is bang on the money. Oh crumbs, this is jolly spooky, and you go, yeah, it really is jolly spooky. But no, I mean, M. Night Shyamalan, he's properly good at nailing atmosphere, properly dreadful at telling a story, but nailing atmosphere, phenomenal. Incredibly good. Let's attempt the boarding again, lads. Let's finish this one off. There we go. All right, tell you what, while you do that, I'll feed the cat. Be right back. That's what you get, cat. Incidentally, if you haven't seen The Happening, you should watch it. I heartily recommend a watch The Happening, because it is just so bad. Yeah. Is there anyone left? Well, there's a boat there. Should we tell everybody else to just attack? Go get them, fellas. You don't need me. Yeah. You saw the movie Ender's Game and then instead of the book. Yeah, no, read the book. It's not as bad as Signs. Oh man, House of Dynamite. Oh goodness me. All of the criticism being thrown at House of Dynamite is 100% deserved. House of Dynamite is awful. It's completely awful. It is the worst concept. And it's Catherine Bigelow as well, and she's got great form, but no, it's just a total miss. How you can go through all of that and then not resolve it, you utter time waster. It was, yeah, no, that was garbage. Not as bad as the latest War of the Worlds. The latest War of the Worlds was so bad, I wrote a review. I mean, that was it an insult? Yeah, it was an insult to anyone with any intelligence at all. The new War of the Worlds, it was completely garbage. Yeah, just total garbage. Tim Slugger 20 in the bucket. Thanks, Tim. I appreciate you and all who sail upon you. That's good. Yeah, you see, now we've got some going on. Which is my favourite Sharknado? I've never seen one. I've never seen one. I'm too old to seek out crap movies. If you were to catch me when I was 17, I watched absolutely everything in my local video shop that was, that could be filed under a really very, very poor horror movie. Watched them all, every single one I could get my hands on. We didn't have a Blockbuster. No, Blockbuster hadn't been invented yet. No, we were doing it was. I think it was Starlight Video. They were independent, so I mean it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I watched absolutely the works. We would seek out, me and my best mate, we'd seek out the worst movies we could get our hands on. Yeah. Cloverfield. I watched Cloverfield in the movies. I went in the movies to see Cloverfield. And let me tell you, I was bored stupid. That opening sequence of them at the party, could not care less. Could not care less. Though after the monster turns up, it gets a little bit better. But coming out of it, it felt like it really dragged. And then I looked it up, and it's an 86-minute movie. And you go, oh, God, something has gone incredibly wrong if you've taken an 86-minute movie and made it feel like it was dragging. Of the Cloverfield threesome, Cloverfield Lane is the good one. It's only tangentially related, but there is genuine tension in that movie. John Goodman is phenomenal. Yeah, But the others, the one on the space station, it's all right. It's not as good as, I mean, what's it trying to be? It's trying to be Event Horizon, but Event Horizon is a masterpiece, so that's never going to come off. Yeah. Watch the cinema sins of The Happening. Oh dear. I mean, you can watch cinema sins if you want to, but they haven't had an original. They haven't had an original idea in God knows how long, and now they just thrive on being petty. No, pitch meeting. Pitch meeting is so much better than cinema sins in terms of shredding movies that are stupid or silly. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Ryan George, I am a fan because I occasionally use his lingo, but there you are. Love Event Horizon because Event Horizon's the best. The books are always better because they're not restricted by running time or money, to which I respond with Fight Club. Fight Club, the film is so much better than the book. So much better than the book. It's like David Fincher understands the concept better than Chuck Palahniuk, who wrote the book. And I've read some of his other stuff as well, and it's really good. It is incredibly creative nihilism is his speciality, and I liked Rant particularly. And then what's the one with the planes? Because I quite enjoyed that as well. I mean, it's like dark enjoyment, but it's a good yarn. Why is the IT crowd Irishman hand able to move around? Oh, who even knows? Who even knows? That's the paradox. Oh, what's his name? You can't just call him the IT crowd Irishman. That's a little bit. He doesn't get to have a name. We'll just identify. How can you tell that someone's British? It kind of just dearie me. The one with the plane, the Langoliers. The Langoliers is pretty good. The book. I mean, the book's only a short story, but it's a really good, because it's Stephen King. It's a really good book. Really good, really good short story. Great read. Love it. Yeah. Eight-Legged Freaks was advertised as a horror, but it was funny because it was terrible. And John Goodman steals the show, obviously. John Goodman as the exterminator in Eight-Legged Freaks. No, you're thinking of Arachnophobia. I am thinking of Arachnophobia. Eight-Legged Freaks was the attempt to do a B-movie in the, I'm going to say about 98, but it might be as late as like 2004, something like that. It's sometime in that window. It was an attempt to do a B-movie of the classic kind of style, but it is quite funny, and it is quite poor, and it's not particularly memorable. Chris O'Dowd, thank you, Chris. Thank you. Yeah. You've read a few books that rush their endings. That would be everything that Stephen King's ever written. Yeah, he writes build-up better than anyone alive. Writes endings worse than than anyone alive. It's almost like he needs a partner writer to finish off his stories for him. Yeah. There we are. Millennium. Never really watched Millennium. Didn't get on with it. I've not seen Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, but The Blob, the original version of The Blob with Stephen McQueen, as he was known, which it was his first movie. I watched that as a kid with my dad, and I would have been young, maybe 7, 8, maybe, and it was on TV. Watched it with my dad, and it gave me the absolute screaming horrors. And it is to that movie that I attribute my later fascination with horror movies, because I watched it again when I was like 15, going, this just scared the hell out of me when I saw it for the first time. Watched it again when I was 15 and I went, this is laughably stupid. This is so silly. And it made me understand. It made me have a gap between between kind of horror movies and the horror that you paint as a picture in your head. It was a great learning experience. Yeah, Bad Taste is Peter Jackson's best film. No, it isn't. Bad Taste it's okay. It has its high points certainly, but it's not very good. No, I saw Bad Taste when it came out. Nightmare on Elm Street, yeah. Nightmare on Elm Street is good stuff. Well, I saw Nightmare on Elm Street 3 was my first Nightmare on Elm Street movie that I saw, and I saw that in Denmark as an exchange student. They were very big on exchange students when I was a kid. But this was a really interesting exchange because 4 of us were sent solo on the ferry overnight to Denmark to go to a school there to help with their English lessons for a week. And it cost us £1, or cost our parents £1 for us to go, and we'd be put up for a week in exchange. We were basically just hired out as labour, but we got to go and stay in Denmark for a week. And we would have been 14, something like that. And the Danes all knew how to speak English already, so we just helped them swear better. Facts. But we went out and saw Nightmare on Elm Street 3. And I loved it. I absolutely. It's another foundation part of me really loving horror movies as a teenager. Absolutely love Nightmare on Elm Street 3. So then I went back and I watched the first 2. Where in Denmark? Oh, I can't flipping remember old paint. I honestly can't. I can't. I don't know. Not far from the port. There you are. Yeah, there you go. You can't watch Arachnophobia again. Interesting. Okay. When you watched Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah. It was during a hurricane. Partway through the movie, the door blew up. Okay, yeah, that would work. Yeah. If you have a passing interest in Stephen King's work, read his book on how he writes. It is fascinatingly interesting. It's a great read. The first half is largely a lot about him getting run over. It's mostly about him getting run over. But the second part, where he actually talks about how to write, is really good. Is really, 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 really good. And how he writes and all of that kind of stuff. It's fabulous. Fascinating stuff. Yeah. Speaking of which, I watched The Long Walk recently, because I only read it for the first time. I didn't know it was being made into a movie, but I read it for the first time last year, and then found out it was being made into a movie. And I'm going to go, how the heck? Because I was reading it, and I was going, how's he going to spin this book out? How's he going to make it go the distance? And sure enough, he made it go the distance, and it was a good yarn. I didn't think the ending was very good, and I didn't think he knew what he was going to do with the ending. It's a classic Stephen King. And I was watching the movie, and I was going, okay, it'll be interesting to see how he makes this work, and it kind of works, but they've taken the extremes of the characters and kind of balanced them out a little bit, which it doesn't do any harm, but it makes the characters a little bit less extreme. G.I. Joe #1 has slung a tenner in a bucket. Thank you, G.I. Joe. Rarely get to see the live streams, and you've been a member for 104 months. That's too many months. Stop it. Behave yourself. That's way too many months. Anyway, they change up the ending of The Long Walk in the movie compared to the book, and it's an ending that makes a lot of sense. I've got no issue with them changing the ending. Apart from... yeah, but it's still an unsatisfactory ending. It's still not a good ending. No. It's a really difficult one to know how to end any better as well. It's so tricky. Yeah. 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 There you go. Good. John Cusack in Stand By Me. I don't remember John Cusack in Stand By Me. Is he one of Kiefer Sutherland's lads in Stand By Me? Oh no, isn't he Matey Boy's brother? Shut up, Wesley. Isn't he Shut Up Wesley's brother? Maybe. I can't recall. Been a while since I've seen it. Just stabbing everything. It's like I was good at stabbing. There you go. Now, if you hold Z, the horse stops and you get off it. Right, well, it's not Z then, is it? If you hold X, nothing happens and you get stabbed and then you get off the horse and then you get back on again. Just give up. This lance couching business, it's for kids. Okay. You don't need it. You win anyway. Yeah. Okay. And stab. All right. Bad stab on horse. In the head. All right. Swords it is. Let's go. I could do swords. Swords is my thing. Largely because I just bludgeon you until you fall over like that. One of the first Stephen King you read was the guy who does a road work job in order to kill a mob boss. I don't know that one. Skip the round. Fours. Okay, what am I packing? Sword and board. Okay. Shoot him in the back, lads. Come on, I'm keeping him busy. Come on, you've got open flaming targets. Bloody archers. I'd have killed everybody by... Oh, why is it just me on my own? Come on, archers. Come on. Come on, get him. Come on. My shield's not going to hold out all day. Come on. I've got to move. Have I got the pace for it? Have I got the pace? I have not got the pace for it. You think it's called Black Cadillac? No, I don't know that one. Yeah. Who's winning? Have we won? It's 1v1 and it's a shootout with crossbows to decide the champion. Who goes through to the next round? Come on, She-Wolf, get it done. Oh, man. You disgust me. Worst fire support ever. There you go, she got him. Good work. Alright, excellent. Hey, victory, allegedly. Alright, good. Yeah, skip that, do this. Flipping horses again. Yeah. Alright. Stab. Oh, he stabbed faster. Alright. Oh, okay. If you want to go swords straight away, we can do swords straight away. Okay, good. Right, good. Yeah. So, next week on the stream, we will be playing something new. Yeah, I've had enough. I've had enough. I've already finished the game and won it. And therefore, I see that I have little enthusiasm for going through the motions again, as I have been doing. I know what we're playing. You won't be able to guess it right now, but when it turns up, you'll go, oh, good, this sounds like it could be fun. And I suspect it will be fun. Yeah, I largely hope it will be fun, but I also suspect it will be. Yeah, it's not early access. It's a fully finished game. And we'll be sticking with it for as many weeks as I feel like fun is available. Yeah. So I just need a grand finale for this. I will maintain a save so that we can come back to it at any time in the future when I have the desperate urge to play a game that I'm already done with. Yeah. My mistake was in coming back to it at all. Should have just left it. Well, I thought maybe the sailing expansion would turn it into something. Well, it didn't, did it? It made it the same game with sailing, and there's nothing wrong with the sailing, but it doesn't make the game different. Yeah, right, good. What's the next public video on the channel? I'm not going to tell you, but it's going to be another 2-hour. There are 2 more 2-hours that I have played, and possibly the simulator problem. And then, depending on if one of these big epic videos that I do, if one of them break big, then I might stick with doing the big long videos. Yeah, facts. If none of them do, however, then I will go back to doing old school 20 to 30 minute Let's Play. You know why? Because many of you enjoyed that. I enjoyed making them. And so what if it's a dead format? So what if it's not going to grow you any further? If we all enjoy it, why not do it anyway? Maybe there are others like us who go, oh, goody, some old school Let's Play. The car dealership videos were so much fun. Yeah, I thought so too. But that's because it told the whole story. There was nothing left unhanging. And that's the problem with doing standard Let's Play is you're 20 episodes deep, nobody's watching anymore, you don't really care about the game, and you just kind of go, pull a plug on it. Yeah, you're just wasting your time. You've got enough time to record X. Why are you burning time? Let's go and do it. No, those are mountain bandits. These are a different kettle of fish. Yeah, let's do them. All right. Yeah. So, yeah, no clues. No clues. What do I enjoy? I enjoy all kinds of stuff. Walks in the park. No, I don't. I enjoy a walk in the park. When was the last time you did one? It's not the point. What would I choose to play? Satisfactory. But I'm already doing that. I've actually managed to... New York gave me enough of a break that I could stop playing Satisfactory. So I have now stopped playing Satisfactory for a little while. Why stop if you were enjoying it? It was all I wanted to do. I'm up to my number one most played game since Steam has recorded how many hours of a game you've played is Satisfactory with 2,000 hours. I do not have a game that has broken 1,000 hours other than Satisfactory, which means I have played Satisfactory for 1,000 hours more than any other game since Steam records whatnot. So I'm glad to be out of that addiction cycle for a little while. That's good. I've played a bit of No Man's Sky this week. It's still as vapid as ever, but I've ticked off all the boxes for the new quest thing, so I've got my stuff from that. I can now leave it alone, and then I'll go back to it again when they add something new that is equally insubstantial and vacant. Yeah. Oh, you sound like you're quite down on it. Because I am. One more person. Bring a Sturge Bowman. He's already max level. So what? It'll do. Dyson Sphere. Dyson Sphere's great. Yeah. Any chance of a beaten Tracks of Evolution? No, I'm never touching Transport Fever 2 again, unless I have to as part of my job. No, zero. There is zero chance of that. Odds zero. I thought I brought more infantry than that. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, I've no interest in playing it. Since playing Transport Fever 3 as part of my gig, I have no interest in Transport Fever 2. My apologies, but it's not like you really missed out on much there. Yeah. No, people like the conclusion and the end to things. Also, nobody really watched Tracks and Beats was always a really low view number at the end of the series for Transport Fever 2. Yeah. Right. Okay. Oh yeah, I've got 2,000 hours of Satisfactory, and I've never had drones, and I've never done nuclear power. And you kind of go, well, why not? Because I don't see finishing as being something I particularly care about. I'm quite happy just doing it. Yeah. And the reason that the game is so both good and bad at the same time is you can always do it better than you just did it. Yeah. You've got over 2,000 hours of Satisfactory and you've never completed all the elevator projects. No, me neither. No, not even close. No, I will be getting to drones in my backers series at some point pretty soon, and I'll probably have a crack at doing nuclear as well. But I desperately need to take a break from it because it is consuming all my spare time. It's just such a comfortable game to play. It is so perfectly suited to play it at your own pace and just have fun. There's no pressure on you at all, except that which you apply to yourself. It's a great game. Cannot fault it. The reason it's so slow is because of the 3D space. You do so much more, you get so much more done in a Dyson Sphere or a Satisfactory because you don't have to traipse around quite so much. Now that's neither a good thing nor a bad thing, but it struck me, flipping heck, this is taking a long time. And obviously you've got the vertical nature of it as well to take into consideration, but yeah. Yeah. You were a Kerbal space programmist. I can't say I can fault that either. I can totally understand those who got into Kerbal. Totally understand it. I mean, I played it and I had a good time playing it, but it's a game that requires you to actually learn. It doesn't let you go, no, you can't just do it your way. Yes, you might be able to brute force it into working, but ultimately, until you actually pay attention to some of the physics, you're not going to do very well. And that's just not how I play. Yeah, I don't want to learn. I don't want to get better at things. If I get better organically, it's fine. But if I don't get better at all, then that's fine too. But if that hard limits your ability to actually progress anywhere, then I'll probably stop playing at that point. Yeah. There are at least 3 left, I think. I'm only packing 8 arrows. Come on, lads. Get the lead out. Yeah. And of course, remember to add a parachute. No. I had a parachute, but I hadn't set up the deploy parachute button. And that's brilliant. As making videos go, my propensity for making unforced errors is such a godsend. It is so useful. And you know, I've had a few people over the years say, "Oh, you've faked that." And I kind of go, no, actually, I haven't. And regulars will go, no, he probably hasn't. And those who watch a lot of stuff can also tend to be able to see where my attention was focused instead of where it needed to be. I've no need to fake incompetence, because it's not so much incompetence, it's just a lack of attention when the time comes. But that leads to some absolutely great video. Disaster makes for so much more fun in video than everything going flawlessly. Alright, that's another camp done. There you go. Yeah. Super. I love the look of the screaming pilots in Kerbal. Yeah. Well, that's, I think, they are what helped keep people engaged with it through the physics learning curve. It was a very astute addition, even if it was unintentional. Ranks up there alongside multi-track drifting and the runaway freight car. Yes, just unintentional errors. Oh man, that Derail Valley episode where I am between the two freight cars, desperately trying to get them reconnected while the train is picking up speed the entire time. That was a movie. Yeah, I mean, there's sometimes when you do, when you're recording stuff that you just got to go, everything about this is great. Yeah, no, and that's the delight of it. But that's also the problem, is the more of it that you play, the fewer and farther between that the less inclined you are to making unforced errors. That Derail Valley vid was the first one you ever watched. Yeah. That was an absolute classic. Absolute classic. I had so much fun with it. Why is nobody at war at the moment? This is most peculiar. I've seen this in the game before. You know what you could do? Yeah, let's do it. All right, which button is it? It's probably this one. Leave the kingdom. Yep, done. There you go. Oh no, they don't like us now. Yeah, I know, but I can go get on my boat and I can go and pirate a little bit. Your favourite was a bridge episode in Transport Fever 2. 30 to 40 minutes creating an amazing curved elevated station only to realise it was turning down the wrong valley. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. that sounds about typical. Yeah, you know what you want to do? You wiggle the camera around and all of a sudden you're facing the wrong way. Uh-oh. Yeah. Couldn't be the 1 hour path episode in Soviet Workers. That can't be repeated. Can't ever be repeated either. It's so important that stuff like that happens organically. Were I to do it again now, it would be forced. And at the time, the only reason I went through the whole thing, you can hear me thinking it as that video goes on, is you can hear me going, you have committed to this for too long already. And therefore, the only way you can salvage this as entertainment is to now go too long into the extreme. If you break it now, then it's just a boring section that should have been edited. However, if you stick with it, then you create a work of something bizarre and marvellous. Hello, hey up, they're enemies. They're deserters. And they're running from me, but that'd be actually a really good fight. Do you want it? I might want the fight. All right, level up, everybody. Let's go get them. Yeah, let's finish on a really good fight, and then we'll call it a day. And you never know, maybe we'll finish on a really good fight and then call it a day, and I'll die in that fight, which will make it a nice underscoring as the break point in the narrative. It's not going to be easy. It says we've got the odds, but he's a flipping cataphract, and they're going to make mincemeat out of quite a lot of my fellas. Okay, here we go. We're going to get a lot of everything if we come out of this one well. Okay, do we have a plan? Same as we always do. Okay. All right, we are no longer blue. We are now back to being jolly green. Where are they going to come from? Don't know. Where do we want to hold?
Soldiers!
This gully here looks promising. Get in there, fellas.
Soldiers! Move!
Stick the archers up on the ledge. Cav, stay. Actually, Cav, move forward a little bit. And then 4, you come with me. Still don't have enough horse archers. For that matter, I don't have enough flipping archers. That is a very low number of archers. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, those are a bit of cataphracts arriving then. Yeah. Yeah, we're not screening the archers particularly well, are we? No. That's okay. It's going to be okay. We're getting the job done. They're wasting their cavalry on this early push business. Stop wasting the arrows, fellas. Actually, worse than that, stop wasting all of your throwing axes. Yeah, I've done him. He's done. Right, here they come up the middle.
Soldiers!
Wait for it. We shouldn't stand here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. 3. Get into a flanking position. Wait for it.
Soldiers! Attack!
Now's your time to shine.
Troops! Onward!
All right. All right. 3 in position. Yes, they are. 3. Have at it. 4. Have at it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Missed. All right. Okay. It happens. Missed. Timing. 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 Hits. Well, I mean, that was a trample hit, but so it doesn't really count. Okay, we've got this in hand. There's very little crisis going on here. It's interesting that they've got these archers in a skirmish formation, which means they have put some effort into actually putting some effort. Would you hold still so I can slice you? Oh, sorry, I had a friend slice him. Okay, good. Yeah, they're bugging out. Well, they're not going to bug very far. No. The tide of this battle turns super quick. Ah, good. Yeah. I mean, I've got a few owies going on there. Yeah. But it's fine. Good. You're happy I'm a part of Transport Favour 3? Any influence over Transport Fever 3 that I've been able to do has been kind of osmosis-y, rather than anything directly. There's one bit that came from me, and I think it's a good addition, and many people will agree, but it's a team effort. And it's a good team, so yeah. I mean, fundamentally, I arrived far too late to make a meaningful change to the overall direction of things. So it's more like a gentle bit of steering here and there. But they had a good start anyway. So it's not like, oh no, they must need me to save it. No. Far from it. Heavy axemen, always choose the heavy axemen. Axes are better than spears every day of the week. Right, there we go. Yeah. The fact that they took me on implies they were happy with my thoughts on the game prior to my joining. Yeah, but you see, here's the thing: is that because I'm in the games industry and was in the games industry before being a YouTubist, it meant that I've never really badmouthed anything unless it really deserved it. And even if I felt that it wasn't a great piece of design, I've always been, yeah, I mean, I get why they made that decision, but I don't particularly like it. Right? Trying not to sound like a crazy person on the internet and instead trying to be reasonable about things. And I will always push for, obviously, if you like it, you're right. Unless you're obviously wrong. Oh, we've got a 31 grand hat. Can they afford it? Yes, they can. And they shall afford it. Boop. Good money. Yeah, so I'm atypical in that regard because I've always been a games industry professional before I've been a YouTubist. You see? So it's not. So I'm far less likely to just pile in with both feet on a tackle to take them down. Parking lot simulator. Parking lot simulator is what inspired the simulator problem as a concept, and I'm going to get it finished. Yeah. Have you got a job you love? Yeah, but you're going to miss the Transport Fever videos. To be honest, I think it is the perfect way for me to finish my coverage of Transport Fever. And it doesn't matter if I stay in the job for 10 years or 1 year or 1 month. It is the perfect way for me to finish my Transport Fever journey narrative. Yeah. How come you get the voiceover for the Transport Fever 3 videos? Must mean something. Yeah, it means I work for the company. I don't know if you missed it or not, Daniel. Daniel, they hired me last year to be their community manager. And at least part of that was going to be, hey, he sounds all right. Let's give him the gig. Oh, yeah, let's give him the gig. Yeah, so that's why I've got the gig, is because I sound all right, and I've got years and years and years and years of experience at running a community manager, and they needed one. So that's why I was the chosen one. Yeah, so it's the right end for my it's the right end for my games industry career. Because after that, my aim is to retire and then work towards releasing a game while still doing videos, because I love doing this video stuff. And that's really all there is to it. Right, I've been Colonel Failure. I'll probably write a battle plan this week and bring you all up to speed on what I'm thinking and what I'm doing, and hopefully some of it will make sense. But either way, I've got Brutal Ball back for you on Tuesday. The new season starts off. If you want a team, we've got a spare team at the moment. Swing by the Discord and go, I'm interested. I've got a Battle Tech queued up. I've got this month's Reduced queued up, and I'm working on the next big video. So busy. And there's this game that I'm working on as well that's just keeping me out of trouble. So there's that. Thank you very much for tuning in. I will talk to you soon. Have a splendid remainder of your weekend. Cheerio.